MVP, this has been Joker's, statistically speaking, best year. And then for Shai, he's doing better than what he did last year, and then they're the number one seed yet again. So Shai averaging 33, 6 and 5, and shooting 53% from the field, and Joker's averaging a triple double as a big, 29, 13, 10 assists, almost 60% from the field. Who y'all got and why?
You want to go?
Yeah, I got Yoke.
I feel like you were gonna go with Yoke.
I got Yoke.
I'm not mad at it.
Like, of course, yeah, this is one of those. I think that like
mad at it.
Both of these dudes deserve to win it. I think that whoever doesn't win it is gonna be kind of like some of these Kobe and Shaq seasons where you look back and you're like, how did they not win MVP this year? You know, like it's the numbers kind of like speak for themselves. But to me, it's just like, and I'll definitely admit I think I have some nostalgia bias, but I watched Westbrook win MVP for averaging a triple-double on a team that was worse than this Denver team, and on way less efficiency, like way worse efficiency, like, just not as great brand of basketball. And Jokic is doing it and is, shooting 50, 40, like, and it's just insane. It's just really insane what he's doing. So for me, it's just like, I think that he is, if you take him off of these Nuggets, the Nuggets are probably, I don't even know if they're a playing team. Versus if you take Shai off this team, I think that they're still at least that. I think that they still have enough, like, this team has, the OKC has way better depth, and I think that therefore Jokic is more valuable to his team's wins than Shai is. Shai, I think, is leading to more wins because he has a better supporting cast around him. But, yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Those are all valid points. I feel like I may be just in the camp of a little bit of like, and I know he's only got 2, right?
Yup.
Yeah.
He got 3.
Oh, he's got 3. So I'm in the camp now where I'm just at voter fatigue. Yeah, that's really where I'm at. Honestly, it's just give it to somebody else because at this point, like, you know, I feel like all the greats kind of go through that where it's just like they can't. Well, obviously they could. Their numbers can continue to climb, but you at the point where, like, at this point you're almost expecting this this type of statistical greatness, and to the point of like taking that player off the team. Like I agree totally, but I would just give it to Shai just in the sense of like this is probably going to be one of maybe 2 or 3 seasons he's gonna play like this probably. And it might be his only chance to win an MVP in this era. So I would just give it to him off that for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shai as well too, dog. Like, just watching him play, like, he really dominates the game on both floors, and he gives me a little bit of Kobe vibes. A little bit of Kobe vibes, man. Just mastering that mid range. His footwork is like no other.
That snatchback is like a lot like Kobe too.
Yeah, and no matter what you throw at him, he's going to get his numbers as well too. And I think part of it, I also do have voters fatigue as well too. But I like at least that those years where it's like, it's not only are you producing with your numbers, but how's your team's overall team success? Them having a number 1 seed. So you mix that with his dominance. I put that there.
I think what's also cool too, I mean, I don't know if this is all on him, but like the team culture and the camaraderie of like those post-game interviews and shit, that's pretty cool to see too. And I feel like that he probably had something to do with that as a team leader and as an organizational leader too. So obviously that doesn't need to tie into the MVP voting, but that just kind of makes me as a voter, if I was a voter, like I see that, and that impact can also bleed on into the court, into your team chemistry too. So.
No, absolutely, dog. Yeah, man. So I gotta give it to Shai. They do have better depth, but I feel like if you
Denver would be trash.
Yeah, they would be trash.
They'd be trash. So
Denver would be terrible.
I think OKC would be a play in team, at least top 10 towards about bottom half, and then Denver might be.
The problem with Denver is they had to pay top money for a bunch of very high end level role players. Mm-hmm. Like Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon are getting paid like they're, all stars, and neither of those two have ever really been close to being all stars. Mm-hmm. And Jamal Murray is close to being an all star, but he's getting paid like Dame or something like that, you know. And I think that's really just one of their roster construction problems, and why like I feel like they're like Chet to me is someone who is definitely going to be an all star. I feel like there's no question about that.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams is already an all star.
Yeah.
Hartenstein to me is a I would say he's more of like a wash with Aaron Gordon. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just a lot of the teams are just way more stacked for OKC.